What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and in today's video I will be talking Star Wars Tarkin by James Luceno. This will actually be the first canon book on the channel, unless you count the novelizations of the movies, but besides that, so obviously this is considered, this is the canon timeline. And here's the back of the book. Groomed by the ruthless politician and Sith Lord who would be Emperor, Governor Wilhelm Tarkin rises through the Imperial ranks, enforcing his authority mercilessly while pursuing his destiny as the architect of absolute dominion. Under Tarkin's guidance, an ultimate weapon of unparalleled destruction moves ever closer to becoming a terrifying reality. But insurgency remains a genuine threat. Guerrilla attacks by an elusive band of freedom fighters must be countered with swift and brutal action, a mission the Emperor entrusts to his most formidable agents, Darth Vader, the fearsome new Sith enforcer, and Tarkin, whose tactical cunning and cold-blooded efficiency will pave the way for the Emperor's supremacy and its enemies' extinction. Characters in Tarkin, you have Dr. Artaz. He is a Mon Calamari ship engineer and an early rebel. You have Kala. He is a Kurivar operations specialist and another early rebel. Then you have Honora Fair. She is a human journalist, early rebel. You have Vice Admiral Rancid. He is a human Imperial Navy officer. Salak. He is a Godel pilot and another early rebel. Darth Vader, you know who Darth Vader is. Darth Sidious, Vader's master and the Emperor. Hask Taff, she is a Zygerian film director and another early rebel. Grand Moff Tarkin, he's a human governor and overseer of the Death Star, although he's not Grand Moff in this book yet. And then Birch Teller, he is the human captain of the rebel cell in this book. And now to recap Tarkin. In this book, Tarkin, he's overseeing the Death Star. So there's transports and things bringing parts and supplies. And eventually at a point, his base is attacked by rebels wanting to sabotage the Imperials, obviously, because, they do bad stuff and they've, hurt multiple species and planets and stuff. So they attack his base and they manage to steal Tarkin's ship, the Carrion Spike, which is able to, it has a cloaking device like the ship used in the Clone Wars, if you're familiar with that. So Tarkin has to go track him down, and Vader, it helps him. The Emperor tasks both of them to do this, and throughout this book, occasionally you'll get a chapter here or there where we learn about Tarkin's past on Eriadu, and apparently Tarkin, he's a bit of a, I guess you could say, a mountain man. Very interesting stuff. And every once in a while you'll get a little bit of Palpatine, and occasionally when we get Palpatine's perspective, you get little teases and hints and references to like Darth Plagueis and stuff like that. So there's little things from that book that I think were brought into canon, but I wouldn't say that whole book is considered canon, just little pieces and things. So that's cool. So Tarkin and Vader, they track the rebels throughout the galaxy, and eventually they, after several targets and outsmarting Tarkin barely, they do manage to get caught up at a planet, and Tarkin manages to capture him, and he reveals a traitor, Vice Admiral Rancid. He was helping the rebels, but eventually he was gonna, betray them and to cover his he was gonna betray them to cover his tracks, and that's the book really. And at the end of the book, the Emperor promotes Tarkin to Grand Moff. Yeah, that's about it. What I liked about Tarkin, the best part, hands down, is the chapters where you learn about Tarkin's past. Those are the best parts of the book, easily. And there's what, 5 or 6, and then occasionally there's a few paragraphs in some chapters. That's about it. I mean, it's cool. Another thing, the team up between Vader and Tarkin, I think, is cool. Very interesting to see. And there are, like I said, there are a few references to the book Plagueis. Very, very basic. Nothing like, oh, well, that book is canon now. No. Darth Plagueis is mentioned in the book. So that's cool. Mercana, which is a planet in some of the other James Luceno novels that he's written. In Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, I believe is what it's called. Mercana's in there, so that's a nice little cool reference to that. The Emperor and the Imperial stuff is good, but that's really it that comes to mind. What I didn't like, well, there's not really a whole lot. Maybe the book could have used maybe a little more action, but not really. I mean, that's my only critique. If it's really a critique, it's a good book. It's a James Luceno book, so that means at least it's a good book. And overall, it's a good book. I'm gonna give it probably a 7 out of 10. It's not the best of the James Luceno stuff, but yeah, like I said, it's pretty good. So what did you think of this book, if you've read it? What was your favorite aspect of the book? Do you think we needed a Tarkin book? You can tell me in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.